Hello everybody, Brad Johnson here. I wanted to give you a Signposts additional update. Of course, this morning I was doing a special New Earth TV live webcast with the Signposts and just giving a little bit more of an update relating to what happened yesterday pertaining to this UFO hearing that was taking place in Congress. And I was looking at a lot more additional clips pertaining to this UFO hearing. And basically, one of the clips does talk about the idea of the three experts, so to speak, that are seated at the table. And these members of Congress are basically asking them very ridiculous questions like, do these UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, pose any particular threat to national security of the United States? Now, that in that sense is a loaded question. That in that sense is a scripted question. That in that sense is an agenda-filled question. What did all three say? Oh, potentially, yeah, possibly, yeah, could be. And there were a couple of other questions that were also associated pertaining to lines of questioning along those lines. Okay, so basically what they have done is they have taken a true disclosure pertaining to ETs, right? And they have turned it on its own head to try and meet their own agenda. And what is that agenda? They are now looking to proceed with a hoax alien invasion. Okay, so this is exactly what they're going to try and peddle over the next couple of months. Now, this is very interesting because it was just less than a month ago where a journalist came on and said, we're just giving you an update here about something that's very big that is in the works, and that we have not done this since 2020, prior to the point where COVID was coming together. So a journalist did this other kind of a heads up notification. It was just back a few weeks ago, and he was talking about that there is an impending event that is going to take place, that is going to be very, very intense, that is going to become very noticeable throughout the entire planet. And I feel like this is maybe what he has been alluding to, is the idea that, we're basically seeing the plans in the works for a hoax alien invasion. All right. Now, this is going to backfire on them spectacularly. Okay. So do not be concerned about that. Do not be concerned about, oh my God, are they going to pull this off? Are they going to try and attack an American city or something? No. I was just doing a reading on this tonight as well too, relating to the possibility of them doing a hoax alien invasion. Number one, yes, that is exactly what they're doing. That's why, so they're setting the stage for the hoax alien invasion. So what they're doing is they're just taking a true intention of extraterrestrial UFO disclosure here, which is great, which is wonderful, but they're turning it on its head. They're basically flipping the pentagram around and trying to make this a breach of national security so that they can start weaponizing space, so they can start, again, creating a war in space, right, in that way, to further their own agendas. But as I've received, this is going to fail spectacularly, right? It is going to turn into something that's actually a lot more promising. It feels like there may even be some intervention coming together that's going to really turn this on its head very, very quickly, because that is the last thing that off-worlders want, is basically having them being blamed for something that represents these groups of demonics, basically trying to frame them and saying, no, we're hostile and we're going to level an American city so that we can lay waste to war between the human race and the earth. So this is not going to fly. And that's a very important thing. So when we notice this, when they have now basically admitted, very poorly I might add, their intentions to say, is this a threat to national security? Is this a threat to the United States of America? They're not talking about the world. They're talking about the United States. And they're talking about the threat of national security. This is the language that you want to look out for, that basically says, well, we pretty much have exhausted all other options regarding agendas through our playbook, and now we are on the last page of the playbook. And the last page of the playbook equals an attempt for alien hoax invasion. Okay? This is their granddaddy event. This is the event of all events, is attempting to do the hoax alien invasion. Okay? Whatever you hear on the news pertaining to, oh, extraterrestrials may be a threat, they're a threat to national security, and this is going to be happening, and we're going to take action. You're going to get a lot of probably BS spiel from the garbage media about that. Do not fall for it in any way, shape, or form. And I know a lot of you guys here on my channel are not going to fall for it at all, but basically tell that to other people. It's like, don't fall for this BS. This is all part of them trying to create a war. It's basically trying to create a space war. It's trying to basically create a new economy by basically warring against ETs, against off-worlders, and that it's going to try and boost their own economy. It is their last-ditch, desperate attempt. And as I said, I was doing a tarot reading on this tonight. Basically, in a nutshell, it was confirming what I was saying, is that is this a hoax alien invasion agenda? Yes. Okay. Is it going to succeed? No. No. It is going to blow up in their face altogether. It is actually going to lead into something that is going to be a big surprise that they did not expect. It's really going to turn on their head, right? It's like taking that inverted pentagram and it's turning it back around again, okay? So there is going to be an attempt. There is going to probably be media that is going to follow up with this, probably around the times of August and September, where there is going to be the unveiling of trying to further their agenda relating to a hoax alien invasion. Okay, so again, I would say just spread the word. Tell people, guys, don't listen to this. This is a bunch of BS. This is all agenda based. This is them trying to create a space war. This is all about them trying to further their own economy, try to rob more millions and billions of dollars out of the entire planet to further a false alien invasion, a false war that is looking to, well, in their own minds, thinking that it's going to succeed. Can't believe how stupid these people are. It's unbelievably stupid. This is basically their failsafe. If anything happens in regards to any other agenda that fails, we have the granddaddy event. And the granddaddy event is the hoax alien invasion. It is a hoax. It is nonsense. It is not something that is going to see the light of day. There's going to be a lot of spiel about it. There's going to be a lot of talk trying to get people to feel like, out of fear, we'll control them. Because if we got a lot of people in fear about a hoax alien invasion, well, then we'll control everybody. And then we'll be able to make billions and billions and billions of dollars off war profiteering in space. Okay? That is all this represents. All of this is garbage. All of this is nonsense. It will not even get off the ground. And all the feeling I get is that this is going to turn into something much more beautiful. And it's going to turn into something that they did not expect. And it is the last legs that are now being cut from underneath of them, right? It's the final nail in the coffin for them. This is their granddaddy event. There's nothing bigger than this one, okay? If this fails, they're dead. So that's basically what's happening. We're basically about to see the grave of the corrupted ones. They're about to fall. The old guard is about to fall. And this is all going to blow up in their faces. And that's basically what I was getting tonight, that I thought I would pass on to you guys about an additional update here for the signposts. I'm still just starting to pack for the UK, but as I saw this tonight, I'm like, this is a hoax alien invasion angle, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it's totally a hoax alien agenda invasion angle that they are spinning. Do not fall for it. Right, I've even talked about this even going back years, saying they still have that granddaddy event, right? This is bigger than the COVID one. This is bigger than anything else that they've tried to do. They tried to do their climate change event, and that's falling apart. And after the climate change event, well, then it's the hoax alien invasion. And that's exactly what they're trying to spin. But it's not going to work. It is not going to succeed. It is going to blow up in their faces, and it's going to turn into something much more magnificent. This may relate to another deeper level of disclosure that they are, again, unintentionally trying to do, but it may open the door to something much more beautiful, something much more wondrous and amazing, because I was actually getting some very positive cards relating to this, and a lot of it represents the Lovers, right? The Lovers is one of the cards that came up in the near future. seeing the lovers here, and basically just seeing them stopped right in their tracks. We are moving away from their old agendas, coming into fruition, but they're still trying to spin their agendas, thinking that they can get away with this, and this is going to create war profiteering opportunities for them, and they're going to try and rekindle their empire. It's unbelievable how stupid they are. They're so stupid, but this is all part of prophecy, and this is exactly why it needs to come together in this way. That's why a lot of these events have been allowed to happen, because they're all part of prophetic events that need to take place, that's leading into a cutting edge of a new dawning for humanity, right? As we see all this crap, as we see exactly what they're doing, people are just going to basically be at their wits' end with them, and there's going to be nothing but retaliation in ending their reign of terror, so to speak, that has been on this planet for thousands of years. And now it's finally about to come to an end. So I wanted to share this update with all of you. Do not buy in to a hoax alien invasion, because that is what they're going to try and do. They will probably do that through CNN. They will do that through a lot of the other garbage media, and try to convince you, oh, this hearing happened, and they're trying to turn this into something really big, right? It's a threat of national security. Are aliens a threat to national security? Oh, this is better. And they start to spiel that. And what they would probably do is they'd probably use something like a blue beam in that way to try and create a show, but they probably don't even have access to that anymore. Or they would try and get some TR3Bs and try to do something, right? But it's not going to happen. It's going to be a fallacy. And even if they did try to do something that is obviously going to be staged, probably more CGI than anything, it's not going to succeed at all, right? I don't even think it's even going to get that far. And if it does get that far, it's going to fizzle out very, very quickly. There's going to be so much retaliation and rebuttal against it. It's just going to fall on their faces. And that's the last nail in the coffin. And basically you will see everything pertaining to the old guard, to the cabal, die. Because they're ready to die now. They're almost ready to croak. And that's what we're seeing. When we see the Hoax Alien Invasion angle, that's the granddaddy event. That's the last event on the playbook of false flag agendas, is the Hoax Alien Invasion. This shows us now they're at the end. They are about to die. So we're basically just watching them die. And this is exactly what's happening. So do not fall for it. Tell people about it. This is the special update I wanted to give all of you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Blessings to you all. And I'll speak to you again when I'm in the UK. I'll see if I can do a couple of videos when I'm there as well. Take care, guys. Om Shanti 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 Namaskar. May it be well. Take care. Talk to you in the next video.